how can parents explain complex topics to their kids?
So my parents were both educators for part of their lives. My mom was a fifth grade teacher, a middle school teacher. My dad taught high school, but then went into newspapers actually. So literary family. But my mom always spoke in analogies. She would always break things down into sometimes even 2 or 3 different analogies so I could see how things were. And I remember as I got older, it drove me crazy. I'm like, Mom, just, it's fine. I get it. You don't have to explain how it works again. But she was really, really good at that. And I realized, you always pick up the thing that like annoys you about your parents. I do the same thing now, but it is really useful for communicating with kids. And that was her world. She was talking with fifth graders. She was talking with junior hires. And so things like explaining how metamorphic rock is created, right? So you tell other types of rock go under heat and pressure and they become a metamorphic rock. Okay, fine. A kid looks at that and they blink and they're like, all right, I'll remember that for the test. But if you explain it like a popcorn kernel and you put it in the pan with a little bit of oil and heat and pressure happen and it transforms. It's still made of the same stuff, but it transforms into a new version of itself. And that's how these other rocks become metamorphic rock. And I think the power of analogy is really strong. It's something people can identify with. It's something that kids can relate to and see in their everyday lives. So that's what I always try and do. I try and find an analogy that touches on something that they'll interact with or connect to.